Hey YouTube, hey YouTube, hey. These are going to be my thoughts on Star Trek Beyond! Madness. Insert the rest of Madness one step beyond. If you want to go ahead and if you want to go listen to that and then come back to this video, I won't mind. It's a great song. It's classic London ska. You can't beat it. Can't beat a bit of madness. Anyway, I don't want to talk about madness anymore on this video anyway. I'm going to talk about the trailer for Star Trek Beyond. A much better trailer. The last trailer they saw felt like a real departure, and I get it, they want to go lighter because Star Trek Into Darkness was just so brooding and browbeating and just, God, it was like a DC film. Ooh, shade. But, you know, and then they put in the Beastie Boys track from the first movie, and I liked that song, and I didn't hate it, but again, it just felt like a cop-out. It's like, you're just... Don't go straight for Guardians of the Galaxy. Let us make the assumption in our own heads, like, oh, that kind of reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy, you know? Don't just emulate them right off the bat. And you know, this trailer has a far better tone, a grander tone, a more epic scale. I mean, you know, we see it starts off very personal. I like it with the new Kirk just going, God, man, I joined Starfleet. My father joined Starfleet because he believed in it. I joined on a dare. And, you know, Bones is like, well, you joined to live up to him. Now you want to see what kind of man you are. And I like this. Like, he's having doubts after all this shit with Khan and whatnot. Now he doesn't know where he stands. And I think it's like, at the end of Into Darkness, they go off on the 5-year mission, right? That's the dream. They set that up. And in this one, it seems like they're doing that again, which is fine. Why not do that again? That looks pretty cool. But why not just show us the 5-year mission? It's weird. Visually, it's awesome. We see like Lightspeed going through space and stuff. We see, like, you know, as it bends space and time. That looks awesome. You know, visually, this movie is beautiful. In terms of, well, it looks beautiful. I haven't seen it. In terms of what that weird swarm thing was, that was odd. That came out of nowhere. It's like, I've heard a few people be like, it's the Borg. I don't know. I'm not enough of a Trekkie to comment on what it is or what it isn't. I'm just happy to go in here as a layman and be like, this looks good. It's weird. Like, initially I thought... It's some kind... I thought it was something robotic, like a swarm of hive-minded androids. But what happens is they just kind of... I mean, we see one that looks like the size of a car just crash through and, you know, wipe some people out. Then we see some people with guns get out. Doesn't look like the Borg. Kind of looks like... Google Alephs, Alephs, from Marvel. And, yeah, it looks like one of those. It's weird. And then they're stranded on the planet. We see Sulu get, like, knocked out. I'm like, oh my god, he's in the escape pod, but he's bang. But yeah, so seemingly there's crashed members of Starfleet on this planet. It's being controlled by something else, by Idris Elba's blue alien, whatever that is. He sounds awesome. He's got a bit of an accent to it. I like it. He's talking to Kirk, and he's like, unity is your weakness. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. So if with a mantra like that, maybe it's not some kind of hive-minded thing, or maybe that's something else entirely. I don't bloody know. Who knows? This is uncharted territory. This is so weird for me. But it looks good. It looks exciting. It doesn't look like they're copping out. There's a nice little coda at the end where we see, you know, Simon Pegg, he's got a lot more hair than he used to. Just gonna say that, all right? I'm just gonna put that out there. You know, whoever that white alien is sits in the captain's chair, and there's just a moment where everyone just goes, He's like, he likes that chair. I like that. It's pretty cool. Speaking of Bones and McCoy and Spock, there is 1 minute in here where Spock is like, fear of death is logical. Bones, being Bones, tells him that fear of death is what's going to keep us alive. It's true. We are afraid of death because we don't want to die, so that is what helps us survive. But Spock, being the Vulcan, knows how illogical it is because death is inevitable and so on. So I like those two. Those two are hilarious. They can have their little conflicting ideologies in a matter of seconds, but also they're the best of friends, but they want to punch each other in the face sometimes. It's fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm not your man for this. I'm gonna hold my hands up. Look, I'm gonna go see this movie with Smart James. Okay, and if you don't know who my friend Smart James is, that's fine. If you do, then you'll know why I have to say it with him. He is to Star Trek what I am to a Marvel comic book or a DC comic book or just other genre stuff. But that's his thing. He knows that inside and out. So I get a thrill from watching Star Trek movies with him because he can tell me which actors were also in Next Generation or etc. So yeah, those are my weak ass thoughts on Star Trek Beyond. Yeah, Beyond Into Darkness, because it's not dark anymore. It's colourful and it's got the Beastie Boys and dirt bikes and weird car robots swarm hive mind. But anyway, those are my thoughts. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, view, share, and all the usual jazz. And yeah, see you soon.